What's going on, guys? Chase Ghost Picks Against the Spread, ghostpicksats.com, coming to you for February the 20th, Wednesday. It's Wild Wednesday, guys. You know what that means. Go to the website, $9.99. All plays from any capper you want for 10 bucks. Can't beat it. The cheapest out there on the internet, and that's how we do it on Wednesdays. I have a question before we get started today. By the way, it is disgusting outside. It is freezing cold. It's been raining for 3 days straight. And I checked the weather this morning, and it's supposed to be raining through Monday of next week. So I hate the rain. I'm not very fond of the cold, and it is disgusting outside. But I have a question. What the fuck happened yesterday? And this is not exaggeration. So yesterday, release the card, leave the office, go home, and got some games on. So I'm kind of teetering between the Purdue game, the Tennessee game, the Quinnipiac game. I've got 3-4 games that I'm bouncing around in, plus I've got the hockey games going on. So watching these games, watching, Tennessee, which was never really there. They had opportunities to really control momentum, and they couldn't do it. So I got to give hats off to Vanderbilt there. As I've said many times, Tennessee is not the best team in the country. They did not deserve the #1 spot. I stand true to that, and we saw exactly why last night. That's 2 consecutive games now where, yes, they have won against their in-state rival Vanderbilt, but they have not covered the spread. On the road, much lower spread, had to go into overtime just to win. Yesterday, laying 18, line actually went up to 18.5, I believe, and I just couldn't do it. They played a little bit better towards the end when Vanderbilt was gassed, but throughout that game, it was teetering around 7-8 points, and Vanderbilt really hung in there, again proving my statement on saying Tennessee is not the best team in the country. But what the fuck happened last night? Within 4 minutes, and I'm not talking about 4 game minutes that could take half an hour. I'm talking about 4 real-time look at your, watch minutes. I'm standing in my living room. I'm flipping back and forth. Games are looking good. Purdue's looking good. Quinnipiac's looking good. Bowling Green's looking good. Hockey games are looking fantastic. Walk away, and in less than 5 minutes, I walked back and everything had turned to shit, and I mean fast. Tennessee, obviously, we never had the highest of hopes. Quinnipiac sit there and gave up an outright lead. They were catching 2. Purdue was going out there and doing good. Indiana comes back and takes the lead, which they deserve to have won that game outright. I don't like betting against Indiana at home. I've never liked to. Even though they have not been a good team in recent years, they're certainly not this year. Purdue is the far superior team, but that is historically a very tough place to play. Just like Cameron, just like the Dean Dome, just like in Lawrence, Kansas. Those are historically tough places to play. And when you talk about an in-state rivalry, it makes it that much more difficult. But I had no issues laying that spread with Purdue. That was my top-tier play. That was my favorite play of the day. Jack and I also had in the duo a top-tier play on Quinnipiac, and that lost as well. So hockey yesterday, we swept the board again. St. Louis, low money line, winner. Easy winner. Tampa Bay -135, another low money line, another winner. So 2 easy wins there in the NHL for good money. But problem is, when you go out there and get your ass kicked in college basketball, it really just offsets itself and doesn't mean much of anything. So the issue there is a terrible day, a great day in NHL, terrible day in college basketball. And I don't understand where it came from. Like, it literally came out of nowhere. It's not an excuse. You got to take the hats off to the teams that went out there and did their thing and either won outright as dogs or covered the spread as dogs. So I'm a little bit confused as to how some of these teams, excuse me, I'm parking, how some of these teams actually go out there and, have bragging rights when they go out there and do anything remotely close to what happened last night. But like I said, it is what it is. No excuse. A loss is a loss. We are certainly not used to having days like that. But we got to own it. We got to move on, and we'll have a huge day today on Wednesday. Some really good games, some really interesting matchups. And just real quick before anybody asks, North Carolina Duke tonight. My Tar Heels are taking on the godforsaken Duke Blue Devils. They're taking on the best team in the country. Not just the best team in the country ranked. They are the best team in the country. And the thing about this game is I know everybody's going to ask me, Chase, what's your play in Duke, North Carolina? I will not have a play on that side. I will not, so do not ask. I am a fan for that game. I'm not. I do think the spread's a little bit high. I do think that Duke should be favored. With the fact that they have Zion and the fact that they're at home, I see them should be having about a 5 to 6 point edge. 9's a little much. I do lean under on that game, but I will have no official side play in that game. So do not ask. Do not ask me what I think just because you know that that's my team. Let's jump into a free play and let's have a really big day today, guys. Utah State, New Mexico State. Utah State I've made a lot of money with this year, and New Mexico State I have made some money, and they've also broken my heart this year. Utah State goes out there and at home is taking down teams by almost 20 points a game. They're really not a great cover team, but they've been doing well here. They've been doing great at home. New Mexico State, I think, has lost 4 or 5 in a row. They are getting their asses kicked on the road. You know, I mean, absolutely pounced by teams. Utah State is fighting for a spot at the top of the Mountain West, and a game tonight against another, an in-conference opponent would really help their case and push them one step forward into taking that #1 spot. So laying 14 at home, I am okay with it. If this were on the road, I still think that the spread would be very close to the same. I wouldn't probably think that way, but at home, the way Utah State has been playing and owning teams at home, I like it. It's not on my card yet, but that very well could be on my card. And, excuse me. But we're going to take Utah State -14. Going to have another big hockey play tonight. Going to go out there and kill it in NHL as always. But we're going to bounce back in college basketball. So if you want to get on a winning card, go out there. $10 on the website. Go to Twitter @PicksChase. I will have a link there if you can't find it on the website. Guys, I love you. I mean it. I'm going to get out of here, get these plays out. Good luck. God bless. Grind on, and let's go out there and bounce back hard.